We weren't
No,
live.
that's fine, but I don't. Like, I'm not expecting anyone to
Now we're live with the second episode of TheDieIsCast, the Immortal Team Rubicon official video cast / podcast. Episode 1 was lost to the internet and never recorded, so y'all missed out. It's an awesome conversation with Brian Morgan, Aaron Cantu, and current world champion Paris Gordon.
It was fun.
So currently we're doing an unboxing. I'm Matt Devine, and along here with team captain and former world champion Alex Avila. I guess there's a...
We're bringing up to speed. We both pulled Metallo from our first pack. It was pretty funny. And then we talked about his trade and how he'll be better in 6 months when Green Battery and White Witch are gone.
If WizKids actually take the roads in.
You got it. You got it. You got it. At this point, just get rid of it. You want to simplify everything? Nightwing, overshadowed by his Fast Forces counterpart. Ooh, Superman ID card. Gives Invincible. You're like, oh, it's like the Wonder Man ID card. Except there's a million Supermans I want to call in. Silly.
We got Elastigirl. Kind of cool.
She's amazing.
Definitely like her. Easy to get her across the map, and just have her carried. She can zoom up to +1 stats. Probably the best Superman in my opinion of the Morphers. Hypersonic. And he flies, but they're definitely all awesome.
You'd pay 90 points for a Flash that has 14 hypersonic 11 3, right? Well, you'd pay 90 points for one with flight. You can carry someone. So he's really good. All right, there we go. There he is. He's everybody wants. Although I don't really care about him as a chase that much.
Yeah,
I mean he's really, really powerful.
He's
really good. We don't know. I still haven't seen anything that, I don't know, confidently confirms to me that the KC people can be modified by like putting an entity on them and then a construct. But
I have submitted a question. It just hasn't been picked up by WizKids yet. I mean, it'd be nice, but I'd understand if it doesn't work.
Oh, that's neat. So you can see his symbol through the back. That's kind of cool. And he does look neat. I don't know what panel that's supposed to be, though.
Yeah, I don't ever remember him being at the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, it does look like Fortress of Solitude crystals, right?
I mean, I don't remember it, because I know there was that Gulag, which kind of had a bunch of his shit in it, but I don't remember anything Fortress of Solitude in there.
Fortress of Solitude, baby. Throwing stuff on the floor. Throwing stuff on the floor.
We got some of the awesome mysticals. The Metalman, which will be great filler for teams, especially Mercury. I don't think there's much better than 25 telekinesis until we lose the catapult. And our first ID card in Blue Beetle. We don't have a Jaime Reyes to actually use it with, but we do have the new one, the new Ted Cord, which is
Cord Blue Beetle.
Very nice. Modify range by +2. So far, I'm more impressed with all of these ID cards than nearly any of the Marvel ones.
So, do you know who the best cat in the game is? It's Teakle. It's Teakle the Dragon Cat. Teakle, just go bother Paris Gordon on HC Realms. He will tell you why Teakle the Dragon Cat is the best cat in Clicks.
I also think that I think he's a meta competitor as well. For 70 points, you get a lot.
Oh yeah, you get 2 attackers, you get a prob or perplex, you get
Psychic Blast.
Yeah, staggered. He has phasing, I think, and sidestep.
It's like I think it's like phasing, stealth, sidestep, all 1 power.
Makes sense. A Mystic, a 3-up Super Sense is essentially on Teakle, and yeah, and like, you know, he pops Teakle as a free action, so you can, you know, phase, sidestep, and throw him out there, which is pretty brutal. I mean, it's just an 11 to hit blades, you know, with the perplex, with the prob, but it's pretty good. Anyways,
we got Negative Man, who's a lot of fun to play as. Got Superman again. Superman ID card, which I think, like, he gives Invincible, which I think the Wonder Man ID card did too. But I think everyone would much rather pull in one of these Superman or pull in that 35-point KC Superman with his team ability. And, he gives everyone next to him Invincible. And
oh, yeah.
And you can in-cap for 12. And you can always just, I can't in-cap you because you're out of range. Like, I'll wait until I can get next to you. Pop them, TK, 2 guys. They can't make range attacks.
Wait. Wait. What? You can't move. What's his name? You can't move that Superman.
No, but you get in position.
Oh, you call him.
Then you call it.
35 points. That's stupid. That's why the Justice League ID cards are stupid, because we have those. We have the KC figures, and there's an ID card for each of them. Maybe not Spectre.
No, not Spectre, because we get Phantom Stranger as a Con Alley one.
But I guess Superman's the only one that can make attacks. I mean, they can all make attacks, but with 0/0.
Yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman is a nice support. She supports with a 12.
Oh yeah, she's my favorite. She's my favorite to have on the board because you can make a Warrior theme team or an Amazon theme team. Element Man. If you still have Seal tournaments coming up and you pull Element Man, just play him. Just play him, and don't forget to outsiders people before you smash them in the face because they have combat reflexes. That happens.
Probably what I think is the most competitive super rare of this set, the Chief.
The Chief!
50 points, you get a shitload of nice abilities.
How about Perplex, Outwit, and give anyone sidestep?
He can always mastermind abilities. He's all around best, like one of the best support pieces we have for this metagame at least.
Crazy Quilt. Remember how annoying Rainbow Raider was? Well, Crazy Quilt is like Rainbow Raider all at the same time. No, not really. He still only picks one color, but it's the beginning of the game. And opposing characters showing that color get -1 defense. But he's only 40 points. Rainbow Raider was 70-something. Should have been 77, but it's not 77. It's so... He's like 68 or something. And you're like, you didn't make him 70 points? You got 7 range, 7 click. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, you notice what they did to Black Cat's 13. You didn't notice that?
Did you notice that if you add up its movement values, it's 13, and if you add up its attack values, it's 13?
I didn't notice that.
Funny, huh? I wished it had a 13 defense for both of its clicks, too, but that's okay.
Whatever. Probably one of the better, and for Seal at least, probably one of the better attackers you can get, Mage or Force. I mean, 150 is a lot of points, but with Penetrating Psychic Blast, a decent amount of damage, and that poison, but be careful. Just a word of warning. His poison poisons your team.
It poisons everyone, not just opposing characters.
I mean, it makes sense. It's his radioactive suit leaking, so it's going to damage everybody.
But it also poisons through walls and elevated, and yeah, it's brutal. The Wizard. It's just an uncommon, but hey, invest 50 points into the Wizard. He's got a neat stealth-like ability, but remember, if you're behind the hindering, they could still draw the line of fire to you, because it's not stealth. Anyways, but trade a shape change. If you make the shape change, he makes a tiger! Isn't that all you want to do in this game? Just like throw him in someone's face and be like, please swing on him. I want to make a tiger so badly. So good luck making tigers.
I pulled my chase Wonder Woman, like we said, really good. She definitely got the worst of these secondary team abilities. Who wants Justice League?
Justice League, she always gets stuck with that. At least Trinity War 1, we were like, oh god, she's gonna give Justice League. Oh, she gives support. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, just Justice League team ability. Like, you wanna... How come we revamped the Kingdom Come team ability, but we didn't revamp the Justice League team ability? Just a thought.
Yeah.
No, it's
well, no, I mean, Avengers, just change all
okay, Avengers, Brotherhood of Mutants, and Justice League. And there's one more that needs to be changed, and it's Injustice League. Change that.
Which one's... Is that it's like the attack, but it's a free... Or it doesn't count against it?
Yeah, if you both attack the same target. It's bad. It's really bad. It's bad. It's bad. It never comes into play. There's so few Injustice League members, and you'll have to play like 2 of them. And you're like, oh, well, I don't care about actions. Oh, this is nothing special, but is a Superman pack. You get all 4 Supermans. So you play like 2 Supermans, 2 out of the 4 Supermans, and just start, you know, swapping them out and doing neat stuff and falling out of the pack. You got Shooty Superman and Runny Superman and Punchy Superman and Standing Tall Defendy Superman. I also highly recommend that whenever you bring them in, say the blank E Superman, it really makes opponents, I don't know, frustrated, annoyed. It's fun.
More of the mystical generics, awesome. Druid, Occultist. Creeper, definitely. There's what, 2 or 3 people with
Outsiders?
Yeah, I want to say it's 2. Element Man and Creeper.
Probably.
And then Nightwing in the Fast Force.
Oh my god, Nightwing 25 points. But that's okay. We're not talking about him.
Yeah, we'll talk about him
We're
later.
talking about Creeper. Creeper, you still need the one target for his incapacitate. Then it targets all opposing characters within 2. So through walls and all that junk. So if you can get in their face and start tying them up and incapping,
or bury around an opponent,
it's amazing. Monsieur Mala and the Brain. Okay, we talked about this a little bit last time. They're part of one of my favorite Doom Patrol stories, where you find out that the Brain gets a robot body. He actually takes over Robot Man's robot body, and then you find out that they're in love.
Oh, I pulled that sick.
Oh, look at that! We have very similar cases, apparently. They're in love, and they both identify as male, so they're gay.
So it's the. And it wasn't. I know it wasn't until the '90s that that issue came out, but they're probably one of the first gay DC characters.
They're definitely the first interspecial gay couple. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's really sweet. And then the body that he's in blows up. So
Booster Gold's pretty. I actually think Booster Gold has meta. He's cheap enough. Running shot, 10 attack, energy explosion. You can use that prob. He can prob himself, save the prob for someone else.
Okay.
He flies. You get all that for 70 points.
Yeah, he's good. I'd rather have the Blue Beetle, personally. Condiment King. I love that I love that they have all of the tubes for him. That it goes to his condiment packets and condiment cannon. I assume it's called a condiment cannon. I hope it's called a condiment cannon. Regular Poison Ivy, she's not bad in sealed. Just remember, she's got Perplex and Poison and Stealth. And not that bad.
Super Rare Superman. Pretty nice. If we didn't have the 250-point one, I'd say he'd be meta, but I think the other one's just a lot better.
Dude,
even for 50 points.
I think that one's going to replace the other one. Because this one's got built-in...
Oh, the counter.
Power Cosmic.
Yeah, we'll be losing... If we lose, we'll lose... The only thing that will counter him, if they get rid of Laura Light as well, will be Nick Fury.
Oh, that's true.
Because currently the only other 2 things other than Nick Fury that get rid of him are Omega Drive and Greed and Orange Battery.
Get rid of them. Stop giving heroes power cosmic. Why are you doing Quintessence? Sorry. And it's not the same. I understand. I can't even counter it with someone who can counter a demon bullet, which are few and far between. That's not the point, WizKids. Just he's really, really good. He's 200 points. I hate him, but he's 50 points cheaper than that other one. You lose 1 defense, 1 damage, I think, and the leadership ability, but otherwise, identical.
Doc Magnus, and he talked about someone having the balls to actually just play Alloy Doc Magnus 300 Modern.
I really hope someone does. I mean, you don't have to play Doc Magnus. You can pay a 25-point resource or whatever you want to do, but someone should just play Solo. That didn't have an effect. Solo Alloy. And then when they kill Alloy, you're like, pop 7 Metal Men.
Speaking of Alloy.
Oh, man. I want that Alloy. Do you need the Joker?
No, I haven't.
Emperor Joker? Okay.
That's what I pulled. When the guy to the left of me pulled Harlequin and the kid to the right of me pulled the Godpack, I pulled Joker.
Oh, you still got a super rare out of it. That's pretty neat. I'm sorry you didn't get.
I don't know. He's the closest thing I consider to a Poopy Prize in this, like.
A Poopy Prize?
Yeah. Like, I don't really consider, like, he's the most meh super rare, I think. Like, yeah, he's got 12 attack and probably 250 points.
You don't think that, what's his name is the Poopy?
Who?
Well, I think that Poison Ivy Superman is the Poopy pull of the set.
I would honestly rather have him than Joker.
Joker! Oh, you a madman. Oh, speaking of Prime Poison Ivy, not Booby Prize. 90 points, 10 points less than that Superman, and she is really, really useful. I think she has shape change and super senses. I can't remember it.
I'm not overly impressed with the primes in this set, though.
Harlequin.
She's okay, but like compared to like previous, like I don't think she's a stand. She's very well balanced, like what is it, like Cerise? But I still think Cerise is better in that aspect. But
okay, I'm gonna pay 30 more points, and when you hit my Cerise for 5, she dies. Or you hit my Harlequin for 5, and then my Harlequin pulse waves your whole team for 3. Or just you for 1 or 3, and then pops a... Anyways, Prime Harlequin, really good. What's her name's going to rotate out Cerise, and that's going to be the go-to Prime super efficient attacker. I mean, it's ranged attacker, but anyway, Harlequin's good. You got little tricks with the killy bots. Oh, Mary Marvel.
Yep.
Puller and sealed. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people actually played her.
Yeah, she's a primary attacker, and I think she needs help in her defense. 17 is a little low for half your build total.
That's true. But there's things you can do.
She'll be better too when people can't outwit. When we get rid of all those things that'll counter her defense, because she won't get 1 shot, but she can get 2 shot pretty easily.
Oh, that's true.
But having Prob on a attacker. Batman ID card, Barrier, Smoke Cloud, Stealth. I can't remember who offered. I think it was Black Panther offers it for.
That makes sense. He is the Batman of the Marvel Universe.
But I think it's easier to bring in Batman, like any of them, like most of them, especially the transition ones or the KC Prime at its lower value than is bringing in Black Panther, which I think the lowest one we have now is 100 points out of AVX.
Haha! Elastigirl. I just wanted the element of surprise. I feel like that worked quite well. Your turn, sir.
Crazy Quilts. We already talked about him plenty. More of the generics, Witch, Demon, all of them very nice.
Oh, there's a World's Finest. You World's Finest, right?
Yep.
Sweet! I'm gonna give myself an alloy for a World's Finest. Trading while on the air. That's not very. Oh, Altura or Allura. I'm sorry, Allura. Pretty good for her points at either cost. Just remember, she's not indomitable. With her like stats and powers, she looks like she'd be an indomitable Kryptonian.
Especially at full, she's like 150, right?
Yeah, 150. Yeah, 150, and she gives herself wild card. Remember that, not just other Kryptonians. World's Finest, Black Cat. Oh, Ragman. This is what I want to talk about. Ragman. Every time you look into a pack and you haven't quite pulled it out, but you're looking into the end and you see a Ragman, you go, "Oh, that looks really cool," and then it's Ragman. I mean, he's okay, but like. I looked into a booster and was like, oh shit, that is KC Green Lantern. But it was Ragman. Because he's so green and everyway. Or I'm just dumb. You know. Okay. Oh, I'm going to leave that one open so I know where the World's Finest is.
Oh, yeah, I just took out.
Gold! Dude, Gold? I don't know. He looks really cool. I don't remember him ever doing this in the comics, but I haven't read a ton of Metalman comics.
Most of them for like the 50s and 60s, I believe.
Oh, that's true. He has 7 range. He's really good. Why does he have 7s? Is Gold like 7 on the periodic table? No, that's way too low. Anyways, he's pretty good. He has leadership +1 for Metalman. It's kind of sad that he only has an energy explosion on his middle clicks, but that's okay. Dude, you drop him in someone's face after they kill Alloy, and they'll be scared.
Oh, Prime Poison Ivy.
Oh, Prime Poison Ivy.
Apprentice. This is one you talked about earlier. It's kind of being a disappointment.
Dude, Apprentice. Okay, Apprentice. Fine. Keeps with the theme of all of the mystical generics, and he's neat. And you're like, oh, 25 points. Perplex for friendlies. So that's going to be the cheapest Perplex we have, right? 25 points without using a battery or something.
Probably.
Okay, I think this is the cheapest Perplex, right? But he's an apprentice, so I really wish he was a wild card. I mean, obviously, I want him to be a wild card so I can copy Mystics. But I wish he had the special power was he's a wild card, and can only perplex. Like the apprentice can only perplex friendlies. Why can't he only perplex friendly mysticals or higher point friendlies? Maybe that. Right, and then make him a mystical, or make him a wild card, and only let him, what do you call it? Oh, just make it part of the special power, so someone can outwit it. You're like, I'm not taking the mystics, I'm outwitting that thing.
Or they could make it so you could choose a master for it. But I think the reason they didn't do that is because he's at common, so they're doing that whole thing where the commons have the least complicated abilities, and as the rarity goes higher, they increase the complication.
Yeah, the most complicated prime in the set is the common prime. And then the second most complicated prime in the set
is the rare.
Is the rare. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the rare is the most complicated. You're right. Poison Ivy's a close second. She's got a lot of powers.
Honestly, the super rare is like the easiest to understand.
Oh, man. Are you missing a Supergirl? Because that's an extra Supergirl, too, son. Oh, she's actually... Look, okay. She's not great, but I admire a character that if you plan something, if you hit the right way, you get rewarded for playing basically their archetype, right? Because she's supposed to be controlled by Darkseid or raised by Darkseid or whatever. I don't know the storyline. But she's basically an assassin, and you can think of like a Kryptonian assassin. You know, you can just release them on mobs and be like, assassinate them. Anyways.
Blow up the entire building. You assassinated the one person you needed to.
And so when she hits with an attack, right, she gives... Or she incaps, right? She incaps anyone she hits with an attack, but it's not incap. You just give them action tokens. And then there's other stuff if they have a keyword, or I'm sorry, a team ability, or team ability. And if you can't give one an action token, instead of dealing them with penetrating, she gets to take an action token off of herself. So, oh, she also gets to Quake for free. When you play her 150, man. The top dial's nice and juicy with 11 Psychic Blast running shot, but play her at the mid dial 150, where she's got the free Quake when she has 2 action tokens. Because you can be like, fly in, Quake everybody away from me, put action tokens on everybody, clear both of my action tokens. You know, like you can. It's really neat, and she looks good.
My boosters between these 2 cases, I'm getting a sense of deja vu.
That's it.
I think I got screwed.
I'm done. Did my job. Oh man, how are you guys? I don't even know how we would tell if anyone was watching.
Oh, we don't have any viewers as far as I know.
Oh, that's okay. If anybody was watching, thank you.
We have a viewer.
Oh my god, we have a viewer. Oh my god.
You can submit questions.
You should like talk to us. Who are you? Please.
Submit a question.
Oh. Before you, we were just 2 sad guys opening clicks at my buddy's apartment, and now we're like recognized, man. Oh, you're like Schrodinger, right? And we weren't cool or not cool until you opened the box and observed us.
You're also this channel's first viewer. Okay, that's Superman cool. Again.
You can tell people about that.
What? It's another Superman. The Superman chase.
Oh, Superman chase! You pulled Superman chase too. Wait, you got 2 chases out of 1 case? Or this is more than a case?
This is the second case.
Oh, 2 cases. Matt Devine goes hard. He does not go home.
Well, it seems like all of the super rares have been duplicates, so it's not really helping me. But this booster, it's hard to.
I started playing Dark Souls again, and my buddy just texted me 11 times throughout the course of this podcast. Go ahead.
Awesome sealed pool, I guess. Since you could easily run 200 points Superman, Mercury to TK him, Iron to give them both a sidestep, and then just throw on an Occultist for whatever.
300-point team, 1 pack. Done. He would destroy. I mean, barring bad luck, rollouts and stuff like that, that team will destroy.
I mean, it has a possibility to do 9 damage without counting.
Oh my god, Patricia! You're the coolest! You're our only viewer!
Patricia Lamb, first viewer.
Oh, I didn't Patricia would be the coolest. I didn't know at all, but I should have guessed.
What's that, our interim team member?
Oh,
she's not betraying us to the Canadians?
Yeah, that's okay. No, she's not portraying us to the Canadians. Now she portrays us to Ohio, but that's okay.
Who's the Ohio State champion?
Oh, yeah, this guy. But that's just because I played Lazy Stranger, but it's coming back. Thanks to this set.
First rare ID card I pulled, Katana, which I think is interesting. Well, I don't even think we have a Katana to use.
Katana?
Like the last one was Batman.
No. Trinity War. We got a Justice League of America.
That's right. Yeah. But she has the same one as the Ellie Swordsman, which you can only get at like the WizKids opens, where they get Blades, Claws, Fangs. If they can already use that, they can use Flurry. as inspiration.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's their inspiration.
That's pretty awesome, actually. And she's not bad to pop in as
And she has Outsiders, doesn't she?
Hero Killer. I do not.
Oh yeah,
That's
probably the old one.
Those were awesome. Oh my god, the old, like, I think she's like the rookie of the Rev set. It's like 28 points with Outsiders and Stealth.
Again, my choice for best super rare is Chief.
Chief is the greatest. Well, no, he's not the greatest, but he's really cool. Oh, kids, something fun to look up. The Chief is who Professor X was ripped off of. Super intelligent guy in a wheelchair leading a team of freaks.
Another Poison Ivy.
Another Poison Ivy.
I actually was talking about that with my buddy on the way home because we just saw Deadpool and I was like, usually Marvel, because I heard the story for Deadpool was that Rob Liefeld just literally wanted to rip off Deathstroke.
Yep.
And Marvel was kind of like, no, we've kind of a bad reputation just ripping off characters. You got to change them in some way.
I'll call him Wade Wilson. Wait, what's Deathstroke's name? Slade Wilson. Oh, we're gonna get sued. Go ahead.
But I think the only ones I could come up with where DC copied Marvel were, I think Killer Croc was copied off the Lizard because Lizard was out first.
Oh, that makes sense.
And Aquaman copied Namor because Namor came out back in the 40s.
Oh yeah.
But everything else, it's like, yeah, Marvel copied DC.
And they're like, hey, we got a new DC Namor. He's named Aquaman. Oh, what's the difference between them? This one can't fly.
Oh, the same booster. Nightwing and Metallo.
Nightwing and Metallo. Dude, you got a rare in both. Dude, so.
But this same exact layout.
Right?
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
Their collation is too good. There's no randomness to it. Well, there's some randomness.
This guy's not kind of interested. The Nightwing, I mean, 2 team abilities. If he has no action tokens, he can sidestep twice
and make a free attack.
Not bad for 75 points. I mean, his powers are kind of, I mean, you can't use the leap climb, which is kind of annoying with sidesteps, but, I mean, you can't ask for too much, honestly, for 75 points.
He's really good. Does he get to sidestep once if he has an action token?
I'd have to...
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh my goodness, Dark Souls. Anyways, oh my god, we have 2 viewers! You just opened Schrodinger's box. You have observed the cat. We're the cat.
He can use sidestep when he has no action tokens. He can use it twice and then be given a free action to make a close combat attack.
Beauty's awesome. He's like, I'm going to charge for free. Kinda. Although, he could do tricks. He could be like, sidestep next to you, try to break away sidestep, break away next to your other guy, and then hit them.
He does have leap climb, so that would help as a break.
Only for giving a move action.
That's freaking free.
Okay, leap climb.
He probably won't see play until we get rid of the green battery too.
Oh, yeah, no, he's going to be overshadowed by 25 point. You're like, oh, 25 point outsiders. Great. Does he have one of my favorite keywords? Martial artist? Yes. He has one of my favorite keywords. He also might have detective. I'm not sure.
Elastigirl.
Does he have detective?
Who, Nightwing?
Not that one. The Fast Forces one.
The Fast Forces Nightwing.
Hold on.
No. Batman Family Martial Artist Outsiders.
Great. I can't copy Outsiders from him.
Someone, I can't remember who posted, but because I know you love Flash Question, is that you can. He's one of the few people who can copy KC off the new Batman because the Batman's a detective.
He can copy KC off the new Batman. Just in case he wasn't shoot-proof enough, you can make him more shoot-proof.
Does he already have super senses?
Yeah, he has super senses, shape change, and stealth. So if they can get through all of that, well, then they're probably pulse waving. But if they have improved targeting, hindering, and they shoot him, he has 3 rollouts, and that's silly. Let's possess him with Ion. Give him 4 rollouts against range combat attacks. Just silly.
Another Clarion, the Witch Boy, Teakle.
He's so good.
Definitely. He's probably another pick for meta worthy. 70 points is really cheap for what he brings to the table.
So cheap.
Yeah. Well, but whenever I hear, like I'm reading the Don't Fade Away, it reminds me, I don't know if you ever saw the Young Justice cartoon.
Oh my god! Oh, sorry, go ahead. Young Justice. Yeah, it's really good. I really hope we get a 3rd season.
The voice we got for, like, it's like a really weird voice for Clarion. Really whiny voice.
Oh, yeah.
Like a prepubescent kid.
He was kind of cool what he did, but yeah, he was pretty whiny. Dude. Okay, challenge. Anyone who watches this, nobody's gonna watch this. That's not the point. Challenge to anyone who's watching this. And this is an easy challenge. Mod the JLA transporter to just be a Star Trek transporter. That would be pretty cool.
But just put little circles or like.
Yeah, exactly. Break that thing off and then put the little circles on and then maybe paint it the right colors. That would be really cool.
So I brought that in. I don't know. I've looked at the dial and whatnot. Is this dial the exact same as the?
I'll tell you.
Okay. Because seeing it, I'm just like, this was on the it seemed like it was on the lazy side for whiz kids.
Yeah, I mean, there's I'd say 20% chance that I don't remember the placement of the bottom row, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But yeah, it's identical.
Okay. So honestly, the only reason that, other than the new paint job is probably to get the ID cards, which we got. Martian Manhunter, which there's only one of them, but I think he's pretty good to bring it at 100 points.
Oh my god, he's amazing to bring it at 100 points. Sidestep, or 11 to hit, 4 damage, psychic blast.
Woo! And he gives all your adjacent guys shape change stealth, which I believe is his traits on that one. Wonder Woman, of course, awesome, especially to bring.
Oh no, you're talking about Trinity War.
Yeah.
No, Light Lantern, Martian Manhunter.
Oh. Yeah, it's but you have to have someone 165 points or more.
No, 100 point dial is the sidestep 11 psychic blast.
I keep forgetting he has a lower point dial. I just saw the riddle. Because at 165, I thought he was really good because I saw comparisons between him and the Red Sun Wonder Woman, except he has charge instead, but he has comparable stats.
Yeah, he is a 12, she is a 19. Yeah, it's very. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yep, both and done.
Wonder Woman, her ID card identical to Hulk's, giving charge, and when they make a close combat attack, 1+1 attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna give some people charge.
Green Lantern ESD, very. I can't remember if someone grants ESD in Marvels.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't. But also, when this character hits an opposing character, you get another action. I don't think that's going to come too much, but it's still nice. And Red Tornado, same as Quasar, gives TK.
Quasar gives TK?
The ID card does.
Ew. Red Tornado gives TK. Yay! The only Red Tornado I want to bring in has TK. But you totally want to pop in that Red Tornado. Be like, sidestep, TK somebody.
What, 90 points?
Out with something. Free Force Blast. 95.
95, okay.
Well, on the pricey side,
we still have Ultron drones for a while. And I like him at 50 points, but the new Toymaster enhancement, I don't remember what his second. He's got sidestep, TK, ESD, and a special. Oh, prob, but only reroll a friendly character's roll. It's fine for 50.
Yeah, he's very good. He's kind of like a Blue Lantern recruit, except sidestep, prob instead of perplex and enhancement.
And he doesn't fly, so he can't carry people.
But he can be carried, which is also really neat. And the 30.1 from the set, we didn't talk about him, but he's ridiculous. Remember back in Brave and the Bold when they made a Talia who had both Batman ally and Superman ally, and you couldn't copy them? And you're like, oh, I want to copy them. Well, now there's a 30-point person who you can copy off of, and he also gives all your adjacent friendly characters +1 attack value.
And he gives them, what, like +1 damage if they're robots or armor?
I think defense if they're robots or armor.
Okay.
And then he's also got all 3 clicks. He has support, increase the amount healed by 1 if they're a robot, decrease the amount healed if they're not a robot. But I think it's still minimum 1. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think that ever changes. Definitely the best part of the Fast Forces. Nightwing, 25 points.
It's always the cheap characters, like every set. So Nightwing, let's go back. Nightwing, what was the last one?
The last super.
Hawk Girl.
What's his face? The monkey. Henry. Mockingbird is very close to it.
Atomica. Mockingbird was really good back in the day from the. Oh, but everybody wanted Scarlet Witch. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I really like the 52-point Mockingbird.
Yeah, it was 52. It wasn't 50, or.
I thought it was 52 from Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay. Yes.
ID card.
Yeah, Sleep, Climb, Sidestep, Stealth, Outsiders, and he's a wild card, so he gets 2 team abilities. That's not stupid.
How about Mystics? Anyways.
Yeah. And they haven't until they fix this damn thing. Having WizKids needs to hurry up and get a rat out on that.
Fix this damn guy. Oh yeah. The equipment drop. Cool idea. Neat little thing. It's like halfway between a special object and a resource, you know, for cheap, and you can play it for free with that Batman, but it doesn't say it doesn't count against your object total. So it sounds like you can't play. Unlike a lot of the new stuff, you can't play it with another resource.
It's not a greed. It's not or it's not any of the sins. It's not
There's a couple more. I think Fate. I think Fate's helmet. It says it doesn't count. But anyways.
Yeah, Fate's helmet doesn't count because I actually have that sitting on my desk right now. Yeah, Fate's helmet doesn't count.
Yeah, but they need to errata it because the way it's worded, you can never make use of the defense powers.
Yes, because you give it a free action, you roll d6, you get to use those things for this turn. Whenever it says this turn, they need to errata it, say, until your next turn.
Yeah, because none of them's going to... Oh, and does one of the clicks give Outwit? I bet one of the clicks gives Outwit, and you're like, oh, so if I Outwit charge, it won't
No.
stay?
It's because it's RC, it's CC, RC, ESD, close combat, or combat
Oh, they're
devices.
all linked? Oh, that's cool. One or the other.
But this is another one. Regeneration Defend, which means you can only defend to use support on your turn. You can never use Defend.
Oh, that's dumb. But you could use Regen.
I like this combination. Exploit Weakness, Penetrating Psychic Blast.
Exploit Weakness and Psychic Blast.
Enhancement, Empower, Quake, and Pulse Wave.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's
Pulse Wave?
Yes.
What is with Batman having Pulse Wave? It's his sonic weaponry, right?
That was something I was going to bring up too, because I was talking with Aaron Cantu about like a lot of the figures in the set. He likes we brought up all the chases. So he's like, well, Batman because it's Batman. It's not necessarily because he's awesome. Like I said, I need him, but only really to complete my set. I think he'll be fine. I really wish on his lower point value he could outwit without needing line of fire, because he's supposed to be in the Batcave, sending out bat sentries.
Yeah.
So he should be able to outwit from anywhere. But I mean, he's still,
or a friendly character swear. Or something like
or
that.
see through that. Or if they had like the robot keyword or something, he could see through them. But he'll be fine to bring in with his ID card. But as a 150, he seems really good at 150 points. But we still have Trinity War, who can pick a power. He doesn't have a 13 attack, but he still can choose Pulse Wave, which you kind of have to pay extra points to get Pulse Wave on the KC one. Because they cost the same, right? They're both 150.
They are. You're right.
It's
One has a 4 damage, 13 attack value, and the other one gets
There's a 12.
perplex, probability control, and gets to
Outwits.
pick a power.
Yeah, and he's a 12. It's only 1 less attack. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's 12
Yeah, 12,
with
13.
3 damage.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. They're both good.
The other one does fly, so he's better. The KC one flies, better mobility. He has KC, which is something, but I mean, we have C Precision Strike everywhere.
Unoutwittable outwit, or mostly unoutwittable outwit, and unoutwittable invuln help him stay alive a lot better than the other Batman.
Plus, bringing in him, especially as an ID card figure, or just running him at his lower point value, is one of the only ways to defeat a lot of the other KC abilities, because he's the only guy that has KC that has outwit starting out. So,
that's true.
If KC starts seeing more play in the metagame, which it will to a point, probably more or lesser dials. The only guy that really stands out for me at a higher point value is Shazam as a primary attacker. Yeah, I think Shazam's pretty awesome for 170 points. He's a fine, he has 130 points to fuck around with. I like Green Lantern, but we need a lot of wild cards, and 170 is kind of expensive just for, JSA 20 defense is awesome.
If people make teams with him, they're just going to make Green Lantern tanks. He's just going to be a solid primary attacker. I don't think he's really going to make much use out of that JSA team ability. I hope people do, but some people aren't.
It'd be awesome.
Anyways.
You could throw 25 points. You throw Nightwing on there.
Oh my God, 25-point Nightwing. That's actually really, really good.
He carries him around. This is like, all right, I carried you around. Go outsider there. That person. Okay, I'm going to shoot him now. My 12 attack.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. he's going to copy JSA and get a 20 defense.
Too shy.
What else is... Oh, going to the OP kit, Streaky. Streaky's pretty damn awesome. Very comparable. In a way, it's a lot of ways identical to Crypto, who's also, I think, a piece in the meta we haven't seen a lot of play, but is definitely meta-worthy. Funny thing, she has, or I don't know if it's he or she, special defense, toughness, and super senses, which Crypto kind of has in a way, except he has 2 clicks of toughness and 2 clicks of super senses. Where Streaky has them combined in 1 power, but is 1 click.
3 clicks. Is 1 click cheap or less, and starts with hypersonic speed,
yes,
but also only starts with a 10 attack value.
Which Crypto has an 11 and has but Crypto is probably better tie up because it's
charge plasticity.
Charge plasticity. But now that I think about it,
does Streaky have range?
4.
Bah!
They both have 4 range.
It's a little hypersonic harasser. It's pretty neat.
Plus, if
she got the Despotell's power too, right?
Yeah, if an opposing character's moved or placed, you can place adjacent. So she'd be nice with the red battery for the time we have her.
She'd be very good with red battery.
Crypto, like that'd be interesting. Make a little animal theme because that'd be very similar. I remember what's his name? He's on Kenny's team. Kenji Kaneshiro.
Kenji!
The guy who beat our teammate Drake.
I'm going to poison you from 11 away.
Right.
How are you going to do that, Kenji?
Those guys seem like that'd be interesting. I mean, we don't have Alyosha anymore. So the team doesn't work quite as well since they missed that free movement. But it'd still be interesting because we still have Lockjaw. We have Crypto and this guy now. We still have Rocket Raccoon. You still have Wolfsbane. Not free movement, but it'd be interesting with all the poison and whatnot. It's I think it's still interesting, especially with the hypersonic and giant reach. Okay, hypersonic attack from a square away
with giant reach.
Yes,
that's pretty good. So the option of shoot or hit from 2 away with giant reach. Yeah, good red line.
Yep.
So yeah, her and Crypto and a 150-point Superman. Something like that.
Well, is that Kryptonian? Yeah, they all have Kryptonian.
Yeah, they all have Kryptonian, baby. Why in the comic books does every Kryptonian animal look like a normal Earth animal? I understand Kryptonians look like humans, but is everything on that planet look exactly like?
I don't know if it was created on Krypton. I just heard Streaky was a house cat that Supergirl experimented on to give superpowers to.
By injecting it with kryptonite? Like what? How did she give it superpowers? I am sick of these stories where Superman or Supergirl's like, I know how to give someone superpowers. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't know how your own superpowers work. Okay.
Trying to think. What else? Since I'll bring up the list to see. What are I definitely as a fun favorite, which I'd like to play on a team, the new Joker Lex duo, which I felt they missed out on a little bit just for the fact that I think only 2 figures, it's the Joker Lex duo and the Supergirl have Superman enemy. So using that special where they can outwit twice, which is really cool, but you don't get to utilize it if you're playing sealed.
It was the same thing with 200-point Lex and Brainiac back in the day. They had the same powers, like, oh, they can use that win an additional time, But yeah, there's just worms.
Actually, no. You could wild card it on either. I think it's the only 2 wild cards. I think are Allura and Casey Shazam.
Oh wow! If you pull Supergirl and Allura together, that's pretty good. Because what's her name has?
Doesn't she give her plus?
She's got 8 range and gives her +1 attack value.
Yeah,
if she's adjacent. Sorry, that's a bad share impression. Sidestep Battle Fury, huh? You are not looking great there, Supergirl. So that's okay. She murders people. She'll be good. She'll be good. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw her.
Night Lantern, I see a lot of people really wanting him. I think it's more that he's a Green Lantern more than anything. I think he's going to be the prime everyone really wants, so he'll probably maintain a pretty high value. I've seen people trading KC chases for him. Playability, he pretty much has none. He's way too expensive. If you ever want to use you're only playing him because you want to use that freaking trait. That means you're already playing 175 points plus something else.
That being said, his dial-in stats are not, without the trait, his dial-in stats are not bad for 150 points, especially if you consider that he has Green Lantern TA and Batman Ally. And hypersonic speed to start with. He's pretty good.
I actually had to look this up because I never heard of it. Apparently, there was, I think it was in like a Batman Superman comic. They visited a universe where the Teen Titans and the Justice League were like combined into the same characters. So there was like, I think it was Aquaborg, which it was a
Cyborg and Aquaman.
It was an Atlantean in a like water-contained cyborg outfit. There was like Beast Hawk or Hawk Beast or something.
Hawk Beast,
which was like a bird beast, like it still maintained like a bird head, but it like a change beast.
It was just Beast Boy, but he kept a bird head. Just like,
the laziest one was like they mixed Donna Troy and like Wonder Woman. I'm like, they're the same fucking character. you're not getting anything combined there. They're both Amazonians. They both pretty much have the same powers. And it was just like Donna. It was something really lazy, like Donna Woman or something. It was like
Donna Woman. Maybe Wonder Donna.
Oh, and the last one I remember was Star Canary, Starfire and Black Canary.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say Stargirl and Black Canary. That sounds pretty cool. They're both blondes.
But it was like looked like Starfire, but in the fishnets and leather Black Canary uniform.
Oh, so just as
slutty as the new 52.
Yeah, Starfire. Just a bad costume.
Kind of disappointments with this set. I really don't. I'm not a huge fan of the latest Etrigan, especially since I thought they did a really good job with the older one. Even though he's pricier, I mean, he seems okay. It's just like he's so like. I like Jason Blood a lot, but I think Etrigan is kind of eh.
Yeah, so just you're right. Etrigan is kind of eh, but if you have him and Jason Blood, he makes Jason Blood not twice as effective, but 1.2 times as effective because you have the option of going, oh, I could running shot. Let's do that. I'll pop in Demon, and I'll running shot, not Psychic Blast, Energy Explosion. One target. Oh, double target! With Perplex. 12 to hit, double target, Energy Explosion. That sounds pretty good.
Doc Magnus, interesting for if you want a cheap supporter. I don't think we had someone this cheap supporting since, like, Donald Blake.
Do you love his regular Mastermind, so he can't Mastermind onto his Metal Men?
Oh, wow. Yeah,
he lets them carry him, but he can't Mastermind onto any other. Yeah, it's bad.
And I guess if you have another one, is it when he supports? No, it's just within 3. So if just having him in having him in like Mercury.
Oh, he does get sidestep. That's cool.
Yeah, but he also like you don't have to be supporting one of the Metal Men, and he automatically increases by 1.
Imagine him healing Alloy for 5. So if they hit Alloy...
Imagine him healing him for 7.
How do you heal for 7?
When he's within 3 and using support, increase the healing by 1.
Yeah. So, 7 die roll.
Oh, right,
5
yeah.
Heal. Same thing.
So, yeah.
I
keep forgetting someone else, too. See, because my favorite supporter is Prime Bruce Wayne, and he doesn't worry about that minus shit. I thought he was an underutilized Prime, but even back then he was really mediocre.
He's okay.
What do you think? Because one of my buddies brought up, what do you think about Monsieur Mallah in the meta? I think his biggest attraction is having just invulnerability, but I still think he's amazing.
He is amazing. I don't think people are going to play him. I think he's too expensive, but he is quite useful.
He'd be interesting with that animal team.
He would be very interesting with that animal team. We should talk about that. But what's his name? Or unlike Clarion the Witch Boy, when he detaches
the brain.
The brain, it has to be at the beginning of the turn. So you can't stagger things. You can't like running shot, Psychic Blast, Energy Explosion, pop brain, Psychic Blast. You have to, think ahead and be a little more strategic about it. He's not a one-turn piece. but he does have a lot of tricks. And that brain...
I mean, the brain has Psychic Blast, so it depends on what you want to... I mean, if he's pushed, you don't like that leadership alone, just like, you know, oh, take a token off myself and take a token off someone else.
The leadership's really good. And the brain, especially if you start getting towards the end of the dial, and you're like, oh, he's not that good anymore. But I can keep popping the brain. And then they kill the brain. And he's like, okay, I'll reattach the brain and take an unavoidable damage. You're not killing the problem. Mr. Maul's the problem. The brain is just that thing that keeps damaging you. And he's got Outwit. Don't be fooled by the dial on the brain. It looks like a special power.
No.
But it is not.
I remember seeing that for weeks. People were like, unknown special power. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure it's just Outwit.
Because it's a silver border, right? Not a white border?
Yeah. Because they had it on box. They opened up a brick and someone popped like Alloy, Monsieur Mala, and like some others, they're super rare. And they put the cards of the super rares up. That's how we had them spoiled. And I think someone just like mixed it when they saw it. They thought, oh, it's a special power, not reading the card, realizing it's just Outwit.
Oh, he looks so angry. Oh my god.
I kind of wish it still had the sledgehammer, like.
Oh, the bull. Yeah. I was kind of disappointed that he's not KC,
but that's okay. I'm sure they did, like, they formed him in New 52. And there's also a Justice League Generation Lost issue where he brings him in. I mean, what's his name's kind of trying to bring about Kingdom Come.
Is Copper in that one, or is it just the originals?
Copper's not an original?
No.
Oh, I don't know then.
Because this one I know, it's like, you can tell it's Mercury, lead,
or 5, 6, maybe?
I think that's gold on his arm. Yeah, and I think each one of those, like, there's like those little bolts or just a little, maybe that's Copper in the middle then.
Because maybe Platinum, because Platinum's the smart one without Wit, maybe Platinum's up here and it's the brain.
Right.
That's all you can see of Platinum.
I don't know where Tin is then.
In the belly button. I don't know. Lead, tin, iron. So he doesn't look like he's all of them. You can clearly see Mercury and either tin, lead, or iron. You know,
I think lead is because lead's usually the darker one, so I think he's the
legs.
The legs.
But the legs aren't. You need to split the legs too.
It's okay. It's okay. These things are expensive. I understand.
Joker's daughter, I think, is an interesting one for 75 points. Ran kind of sporadic dial, but I don't know. It seems to balance out. I love those traits where you get to choose somebody like Harley Quinn, choosing her put-in. I like choosing her parent, and it's can use, so
any power they can use. It's pretty sweet.
So it still works with entities.
But check this out. Her second click. Go ahead and push her. Go ahead and try to energy explosion and miss. That's fine. But then her second click, she has sidestep, stealth, 11 to hit, double targeting cap, shape change, super senses. That sounds pretty awesome.
And I think we have a decent amount of wild cards. So I like seeing ones that we don't see a lot. Batman enemy could definitely help with whenever she has low attack.
Oh, or she could give out that 11. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you knock her to her fourth click. She has 4 damage, but a 9 attack. Find a wild card, get that back up.
With sidestep and poison.
Yeah, she's great. That sidestep and shape change. Sidestep, stealth, shape change. Her holdout. Oh, SSS. Cute.
Interesting. Joker kind of kind of cool, but I'm just assuming this is a King Joker again.
Yeah, Emperor Joker. He's got the power of Batmite. Batmite might. Or, for the layman term, he has the power of Mixolydic, but he doesn't actually get it from Mixolydic, I don't think.
Platinum, I think she's my personal favorite of the Metalman in the set. She's one of the pricier ones at 50, but she got 11 attack blades on the second click.
Full dial Outwit, and then 2 clicks of sidestep blades. Well,
freaking 50 points for 18 defend and Outwit. That's good. That's really good.
They did. I think I was talking about this with a few other players. I think this is one of the most balanced, more for DC, because I've noticed DC sets are either they seemingly seem way underpowered, like Flash, which the power level was generally a lot down here, but with a few standouts like Question and Phantom Stranger, like way up there. KC Flash, like way up there, and like a lot of the other guys, like because Flash is villain. Like the Rogues, they're very cool, and I respect them more as a gallery over Batman's because they have that code of conduct, like no kids, no children. They even like beat what's his name, Inertia or whichever Kid Zoom. Kid Zoom got one of the flashes killed. And the rogues weren't having, so they beat Kid Zoom to death.
Kid Zoom, same person. Yeah.
Beat his ass to death.
It's bad.
Trying to. But then you have like Trinity War, where there's just so many pieces that are like seem way overpowered. Like Superman, Batman, Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter at 300 points. That damn guy.
Most of the chases, all the chases were like fairly cheap, but very good.
Yeah.
I even think I want to see her used again. I'm trying to brew up some ideas. Which, yeah, if you guys are watching this, have like team ideas that you're not like super secret of and you want to see tested, we're going to be doing gameplay videos for mostly modern meta and whatever the rock meta is at the time.
We're going to try to do gameplay videos. We're going to try real hard to do gameplay videos. Go on.
Yeah, we're going to try and do that. If you want lists to be looked at or we'll possibly help tweak them and whatnot. We're just trying to we want something set up. There's really not a strong online presence for competitive Heroclix, and I think if we get it going with like
videos. There's tons of forums that discuss it really well. But anyways, go on.
Right. But yeah, if you don't actually you can submit them in the comments or just email us at our email address, immortalteamrubicon@gmail.com.
We have an email address?
Yeah, I just set one up to set up this channel.
I feel like I didn't okay these things, but it's okay. You're kind of like our media officer.
Yeah. Dre's the manager, you're the captain. Paul's the professor.
Captain Alloy, at your service. Really excited about Alloy. Why does he have a 19? They should not have a 19. They'd be really easy to hit, except the Mercury part.
Does a perplex and
perplex shape change, yeah.
And if you get him in hindering, it's like a 21 to hit.
20, yeah. The giant. It's really hard to hit. You ever try to hit a giant? It's not very difficult.
Generic's really awesome. You're probably going to see if we start recording, he's going to bring back Lazy Stranger for all those that didn't see it at
with a black cat and a druid. It's going to be great. It's going to be silly.
Very good for the brief time that we still have red batteries. Yeah, not now. We talked about Desaad briefly too. Pretty interesting piece to run.
He has 12 phasing. Gotta love 12 phasing.
And you just 75 points is cheap enough as a secondary attack, or just you need to choose a nice guy to be your master and use Desaad to just finish off all the pieces. What else? What's there to talk about in this set? Generics are awesome. Metal Men are awesome. I do like I guess Condiment King was in the comics. I never read that one, but my favorite cartoon is Batman the Animated Series, and that's where he kind of premiered. And it was just, I think it was...
He just sprayed Batman with ketchup.
Yeah, he had like a ketchup and mustard gun. It was an episode I remember where whoever the villain was, it doesn't ring. It was like either Scarecrow or some kind of other doctor was mind controlling his patients to become really, really lame Batman villains.
Oh, that's a great idea for a show.
Yeah. And I just remember him, Condiment King interrupted some kind of gala and just was spraying mustard and ketchup on people.
Does he have 0 damage close combat expert?
Yes.
I love 0 damage close combat expert. Mole Man for the win.
Plus, I really like I like his modifier. You just run him in there. Give something if there only was there's a way to get plasticity. There's the throw a stop sign on him, tie him up. He's got push him to get on poison and exploits. Whenever they try to attack him,
he gets plasticity on a second click. Force plasticity.
Oh,
you just push him onto it, and you push him onto poison too.
Yeah, I'd like. Element seems good and sealed. I don't know about. He's always
Pick a Power is always powerful, and he's traded shape change, plasticity, giant reach. Ugh.
Face and teleport, no tokens.
Plus, he starts with super senses. So until he's up there, you can give him impervious, shape change, super senses, and then start picking poison or pulse wave. He's really good. Expect to see him.
I don't know if there's many other pieces. We'll probably be testing with. This set offers a lot of good testing fodder. I'm gonna have to make just slots for generics alone between Warlocks, Druids, Black Cats. Prentice is okay. I don't think the Prentice is going to offer too much to the meta. Cheap Perplex is nice, but I don't know. I like the abilities offered on the other ones better. Between Witch and Warlock offer like.
Oh yeah, because they kind of have that Perplex in them for cheap,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
And their abilities with ESD, like they have a better it's a lot harder to knock them out than knocking out or the
yeah, Prince isn't that good.
yeah.
That's okay.
But yeah, like a few nitpicks. I'm a lot happier with this set than I thought Superman Wonder Woman is okay. A lot of super powerful ones, like a million characters with weight. That's not Superman trait.
Wait, that's not Superman. Oh yeah. Okay, so the other episode was deleted, and this was one of the best parts of the other episode. So I just wanted to give a shout out because someone. It's long dead by now. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna read it anymore. But there was a thread on HC Realms where this guy started talking about the trait. Wait, that's not Superman. And then the gag was just people started posting dials of people that weren't Superman. And they're like, Crisis Spectre. This guy needs that trait because he's obviously not Superman. I'm like, yeah. It was good.
I'm really looking forward to the new X-Men set. Whenever they drop that, because the only thing I think we've seen from that is the 50-point Magneto, which is stupid good.
He is really good. Let's give him Pulse Wave, and he will, once per game, free running shot Pulse Wave.
Well, he needs to do that with Weapon Drop now if you luck out on World 1.
Weapon Drop.
Since I think this is a good thing, because if we lose War of Light next rotation, we will be losing a great majority of resources. No more Phoenix Force, no more power plants. None of we're losing 9 alone and more light in the batteries.
Yeah, great. Let the game evolve.
And it'll be just, the resources we will be left with, not easy stat bumps. Most of them, we're left with both the two.
Well, except for defense. Pandora's Box can give your team wicked defense.
Yeah, Pandora's Box. We're left with Pandora's Box, the Rock of Eternity for, I guess, certain one-man armies, although it doesn't give you stats. It gives you, it gives you stats off those sins, but it just gives you those powers. And whenever you get to the god click of it, you get quintessence, impervious. We'll be losing entities, which are probably our other best source of getting plus stats. Good riddance.
Yeah, but not all possessors. Just we should lose entities. Wait, what are we talking about? Man, we're going into too much stuff. Too much future. This video is. We've been doing this thing for an hour, man.
But I will, going quick on the possessors, I would not be surprised, and I really hope they do it, because we know we're getting superior foes of Spider-Man, which means we can get symbiotes as possessors. But they should put some kind of negative aspect on them, because the symbiotes were always draining the people they possessed.
Oh, yeah, and they're all vulnerable to sonic weaponry. So yeah,
fire.
You could do and fire. You're right. So you can do the Spider-Man Black Suit Spider-Man trait where he takes an action token from Psychic Blast or Energy Explosion.
And Venom has the same. Yeah, Energy Psychic Blast or Energy Explosion, they get an action token.
Oh, it'd be really cool. So symbiotes, it'd be really neat if you get the +1 stat, right? Well, maybe the draining thing you could get +2 to a stat. But you take an unavoidable damage at the end of turn or end of your next turn, maybe. That'd be cool.
Or you choose +1 stat and it's you minus another stat. Do a Penguin resource type deal.
Mm-hmm.
You boost 1, but you have to take this hit of minusing another. You plus attack, but it's -1 of your damage, or -1 of your defense.
Yeah.
+1 of your damage, but -1 of this. Or you roll. It sounds like it'd be an interesting thing.
Yeah, I hope that's a good idea. I hope we get a Venom and a Carnage. You don't have to do any of the others, but it would be really cool to get a Venom and a Carnage who have the Possessor trait.
Well, we haven't had a Carnage since Web of Spider-Man. We need we haven't had a Carnage in forever.
We don't need a Carnage. Carnage is silly. No, Carnage is kind of cool. As much as I really dislike Spider-Man, the symbiotes in their storylines were neat. The coolest Spider-Man ever was when he got Black Suit, and you're like, oh, he looks awesome. It was what if Batman was Spider-Man? He looked like that. Yeah, and Venom's neat, and Eddie Brock was kind of cool because he's jealous and he's another reporter, and
Yep. Well, I mean, that's when we'll probably won't see. This will probably be almost tying the weight you had to wait for Stargirl with. I mean, if that's the case, they're probably postponing Patrick Yepjoko's Chameleon figure until.
just put him out in freaking X-Men. It's fine. Nobody cares. We want the Chameleon.
Because even honestly, yours was
cool.
Was very on the border of like belonging in. Aside from the connection with Starman, Stargirl was like, "Oh, she has Justice League." I'm like, "Yeah, but no one else in the set has Justice League."
No, she did not. I was really hoping. Well, I wasn't hoping she. I'm glad she didn't come out in Titans, because people aren't as fond of that set looking back, but they're more fond of Legion of Superheroes.
Well, Slosh was. I think this is very reminiscent. I mean, aside from generics, but Slosh, where the cost was very low, you got a bunch of unique effects amongst all the Legionnaires.
Yeah. Legionnaires are cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to X-Men. I just really hope it's not a dumbed down version like Avengers Assembled was. Like Avengers Assembled power level was way low. We brought this up in our last episode too. I can't remember if it was Aaron or Paris brought it up.
Except for the freaking chases.
Yeah, and the chases.
Like, King Thor and unhurtable Iron Man and.
But then, that Iron Man though, it's like it was so.
You know what you did.
And then, like you got Nick Fury, where even the generics were like well above average.
Awesome.
Yeah, the generics or guys like, oh, Jimmy Woo, yeah, he's really good for the amount of points he is, and.
Yeah, I look at Apprentice. I'm like, yeah, you're mystical, but I mean, this here Hydra recruit, he's like 10 times better than you for 5 points less. But it's okay. You can't have everything. Mystical's a better keyword than Shield, though. Oh, but they're a soldier!
Also, if you guys want to voice your opinion on what format you'd like to see us play, we have teams for both. We already have most of our pre-existing meta teams from the past years. Like most, we didn't really lose too much. He lost stuff from Lazy Stranger. Pretty much got it all back in this set.
Yeah.
And then
no
some.
wild cards.
No wild cards. Oh well, you don't have more mysticals. You just have better ways to boost your damage.
I do.
Most of our teams kind of stayed the same. Although we're probably we're gonna have to make up some really awesome teams once they rotate everything this Worlds. Yeah, I don't think
Alloy's gonna make it.
I think some of the Metalmen maybe. We've also been brewing around with that 400-point awesome rock format. We get to use pretty much everything with a Oreo dial.
Oh, 2 Metalmen and Ultrons is pretty good.
2 metal.
Just to give each other sidestep and to trigger their traits, right? And then
Do they just have to have the robot key, or
they have robot? No, you have to play 2 Metalmen, and then any number of Ultrons that you want, or other robots. But
okay, yeah. Let's keep kicking around stuff. We'll probably bring on more guests as we did before. We had Ryan Morgan, Aaron Cantu, and Barris Gordon talking with the other teams. As I don't think that's one thing Heroclix has that a lot of other games don't. I think all of the good, the higher level teams kind of have a good rapport with all of each other. Majestics, Rubicon, the Ohio guys. I don't know if you guys actually have a name. As far as we know, we just call you the Ohio guys.
It's the Ohio guys.
Team Pusheen, Team Ragnarok. I don't know if I'm forgetting anyone, but those are the ones that immediately jump to my mind. Illuminati.
Oh, yeah, those guys, too. Anyway, Illuminati. They're good. Are they? Which ones are Illuminati?
Is that Illuminati is
Adam and
Jake and Jamie, and I can't remember their. We play. I happen to top 8 my first Team Worlds with my teammates Mike and Drake, who also top 8'd. Drake also top 8'd singles. Amazing player. Definitely upper echelon of the you Canadian folks to the north. And we did play against. I barely beat Jamie McNeil, a good friend of mine from Team Illuminati, and he's what's the guy's name? Starburst or something.
Starbrand.
Starbrand. nearly did his KO thing where he, explodes out.
Major explosion.
He killed my Abyss, and he had to roll at least I think a 5 to also kill my Atomica, which I think would have put the game as a tie. But he rolled a 4, so all he killed was my Abyss with his KO thing.
Aww.
So barely inched out, but it was an amazing game.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll start getting special guests and whatnot, and yes, we really want to build a good online community for the competitive scene.
Yeah. Right.
Suggesting ideas. We'll probably get tournament reports up.
Yeah, suggest some ideas. If you want to be guests on the show, try us out. I'll interview you. I mean, like on camera. That'll be cool. Whatever. We'll figure stuff out. I don't know that anybody's watching this anybody. But if you are watching, thanks for watching. We should probably wrap this up.
Yep.
Because we're coming up on like an hour 15, which is a little past my bedtime. I'm a little old now. But thanks for watching. I'm gonna let Matt close it out because he's like the technical genius of the whole thing, so he knows how to like stop things, and so he can time it good when we say goodbye. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you watch, and yeah, just suggest things because we're just getting started out, and we want to do things that people actually want to see.
You can drop me a line on Facebook at Matthew Devine. I'm in most of the Heroclix groups on there, and if you guys have any suggestions or anything, there's stuff you want to see, either leave it in the comments of this, or also email us at immortalteamrubicon@gmail.com. This is the second episode of the TheDieIsCast. Thank you all for watching, and folks have a good day.